Hello, quilting friends. It's Wednesday, and I'm really glad to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful week. I am in my studio and quilting nonstop, so I'm having the best week ever. Just couldn't. Can you imagine a better week than just be in your studio? It's like a quilting retreat, but I don't have to leave my house, minus the friends. But that's what you're here for. So let's see. Today's Canada Day, so happy Canada Day. Actually, I think yesterday was Canada Day. Anyway, happy Canada Day to my friends north. And this weekend is the 4th of July, Independence Day in the United States that we celebrate. So it's just a North America holiday sort of thing. North America. So what are you doing for the 4th of July if you live here in the States, or how did you celebrate Canada Day? Um, I have some plans, and it might involve the quilt that's behind me. It also, let's see, what are we on here? Just checking to see if the stream is working. Is this on? Okay. Let's see. I think we're on. Okay. Sorry, I noticed I wasn't. I have little numbers floating around my screen while I talk to you. Apologize for that. So, hello. Um, I'm looking toward doing something again with this quilt. On certain holidays, I like to work on certain type of quilts. So I might make another one of these on the 4th of July. Or I just got this fat quarter pack of Paradise Park from Pat Sloan. Who doesn't love everything that Pat Sloan does? I am a huge fan of Pat Sloan's teaching, her quilting, just the person that she is. She's really just that great in person as well. We're friends, and I do buy all of her fabric. So I got this red, white, and blue fat quarter pack. It has 19 pieces in it, which is more than enough to make a cutie quilt, because a cutie quilt has 16 fat eighths in it. So I can make a cutie quilt and a border out of this and have some fabric left over. So this might get cut into this weekend for the 4th. Let me check the chat. So Joan, hello in Shahola, PA. I hope you are dodging raindrops and humidity and all the interesting weathers we've been having lately, because you're not that far from me, and I'll be driving through your way next week. So I'll wave as I go by. Let's see. So this week, I try to put out one new piece of content for you every week, at least. And this week, there were two, and one of them is the quilt behind me. This is July's color block because how did it get to be July already? Like, I'm still trying to figure out where 2019 went. Is anybody else totally given up on trying to keep track of time? I'm talking to my daughter every day with her new baby, and a lot of times it's just reminding her what day of the week it is. She's like, "Oh, that's right, it's Sunday." If you had kids, think back to what that's like whenever you're just in this newborn fog of getting through the days. So, yeah, I'm trying to get through the months. The days I kind of have figured out. But this is this month's quilt. It's called Either Or, and that's because it's a 2-block quilt. So here's how it happened. I was processing my scraps by color, and I decided to go through all the orange. So I cut up all my orange fabric and I made all my orange 2.5-inch squares. Um, and then I kind of decided I wanted to make this quilt. So the orange in here isn't quite a color block, but it is made from my orange squares that were cut up. So if you already have all of your 2.5-inch squares, your scraps cut up, this went together really quickly. So it was a blue color block, and then I made this offset block with it. So it's a 2-block quilt. And I can't believe it took me, this is my 5th year of color blocks. It took me 5 years to get this pattern out, as I love it. It's an obvious one. I plan on possibly making another one in red, white, and blue. Now, I was thinking of doing white color blocks here in creams, off-whites, making blue 4 patches, and making the offset red. Just a thought. Because I don't, red is really hard in color blocks because when you cut up red and whites, they turn pink. Visually, if you put together a bunch of red and white fabrics, they turn into pink blocks. So you have to have really be strong in your reds to get a true red in there. So I'm thinking of putting the red in the white border here and the white strips here, which would leave white here and blue there, or blue there and white there. We'll see how that goes. But that's what I'm thinking. I'll either do that or this, or maybe both. We'll see how it goes. So that's my holiday planning. I will also get to snuggle my new little baby one of the days this weekend. I offered to come up. That's why we didn't have this video yesterday. I had to move my schedule around just in case the girls needed me to help with the baby. But they're like, no, we really would rather you came with dad, because my husband can take out their trash and go grocery shopping for them. He's my legs. I'm the arms that get to hold the baby, and I bring up coolers of food, but he's the one that helps get things done around the house. I don't do them around my house. I don't do them around their house, just because I'm not able to. So one day this weekend, I will get to go snuggle my new little baby, and I'm very excited about that. So that is my my 4th of July and either or. It's nice having grandkids. I've some that are about 100 miles north, and I have some that are 100 miles east. So not too far away, but it's not an everyday trip. It's a day trip, which is nice. And we don't have to stay over. So we can just get up in the morning, go spend the day, and come back. So let me pull up some other things I want to show you here. Where's my window? There we are. So here, happy Canada Day, happy 4th of July, and there is our either or quilt. And here it is all made. Now this quilt used 413 squares, nearly 2 yards of fabric. And fabric is running, from what I see, about $12 to $13 a yard right now. So about $25. And this quilt saves money. Does anyone else look at their quilting like that? Like, I saved money making this quilt. I've been working on other quilts, and one has over 1,000 squares in it. And I think it has 1080 in it, something like that. And like, I didn't figure out the yardage on that, but it's a lot, and it was free. It's like a free quilt. So let's see. Joan, you saw your only granddaughter on Sunday. She's 9 months and the happiest kid ever. How could she not be with a grandma like you? Because quilting grandmas are just the best. So I'm so glad you got to see her. I do have 3 others. So I have 2 families of grandkids, which is great. And we live kind of in a 100-mile triangle with each other, which is nice, that we're all reasonably close. But I'm glad you got to see her. So let's see what else I pulled up to talk to you about this week. Where did it go? I don't know where it went. Hold on, let me find it. Okay, here we go. Share. That's the one. Okay, so as you're seeing behind me and in this picture, you can see I already finished the quilt. And that's because I'm leaving town. I'm going to be taking care of Mom for a couple weeks, and I had to get my content done ahead, and I've been hiding in the sewing room, so getting a lot of quilting done. Oftentimes, I show you the quilt is just the drawing, or the flimsy, just the quilt top, and then we're, try to get it quilted by the end of the month. So it's kind of nice being ahead. The other content I put out this week was an infographic and a video about how to quilt with Pro Stitcher Premium. Now, this is the infographic, and it is available down. You can download it from my blog or from the YouTube video. But let me tell you how this came about. Let's see, Dee. Hello, Dee. I'm glad you're here. Hello from South Dakota. You're one of the 8 states I haven't been to yet, but I'm hoping. Closest I've been is to Mandan, North Dakota. think that's the closest I've been, unless I've been around the border. But a lot of the states I'm missing are that way, like Wyoming, Montana, South Dakota, that sort of thing. Um, but hello, I'm glad you're here. One of the jobs I do, and if I wore hats, I would be changing hats. So I'm an educator for Handy Quilter, and I have been since 2006, and it's been a great relationship for me. I think they've liked it too, but I've really enjoyed getting to meet people all over. Um, I teach computerized long arm quilting is one of the things I do for them, and I am not a computer person. I'm a person that calls her husband at work and, honey, the printer doesn't work. And he's like, did you turn it on? And I'm like, shut up. So I'm not a computer expert, but I do teach computerized quilting. And my husband laughs that I teach anything with the computer, but I'm someone who gets really nervous and I'm not really sure what's going on and I get overwhelmed and I just I need clear directions. So I'm really good at teaching beginner computer for people who think like me, because this computerized quilting thing, it's really awesome and it can do so much. And I'm like, well, but I don't know what to do. So I broke it down into 5 simple things to do that you can get your quilt quilted with 5 steps. Now it'll do 1,000 steps, but you can do it in 5. So if you're interested in computerized quilting, if you're curious how it works, I have a new YouTube video on that, and I have an infographic you can download to remind you of what those steps are. So I know for those of you who follow me for the home sewing machine content, you're like, what's this? It was a request. I teach this class in person all the time, and my students ask for more information. So you may see a few YouTube videos coming out with the beginner pro stitcher stuff, just to help, because that's what I'm good at. So let's see. Hello, old friend from Terry Lucas. Who you calling old, Terry? That's not very nice. You're older than I am. And Madeline. Hello, Madeline. I'm happy to see you. I'm always happy to see you. Madeline just makes my heart. She's just the sweetest. So if you hear any banging or noises going around, I do have a workman here. He showed up at 2:25 New York time. So as we were getting started, in case I was a couple minutes late. So if you don't follow me personally on Facebook, you might not know, but I've been in a bit of a battle with an air conditioning company, because I got really severe COVID back in end of 22, took me through 2023, got it again at the end of 2023, and went into heart failure. So the summer of 2024 was fun because congestive heart failure and heat and humidity are not stellar. I've never had air conditioning in my life. So I ended up in the emergency room last year thinking heart attack, but it's just the congestive heart failure. So in January, I installed air conditioning and a new furnace to go with it. And the furnace has been okay. And I went to turn on the air conditioning last week in the 100 plus degrees with 95% humidity, and it didn't work. So I've been trying to get them to get my paid for brand new air conditioning working, and it didn't go well. I had to get nasty. But anyway, somebody's here now. They're installing a whole new unit because it didn't work and it was broke. And they were like, but tell me what's going on. And I'm like, I felt like calling them with the, well, like the back corner of my dining room only cools to like 76 degrees. And I felt like I was being like a princess, but I'm like, this is a medical thing because I can't breathe. I went to my daughter's last Wednesday when it was over 100 degrees and high humidity. I came home, walked up 2 flights of stairs, to get to my bedroom, and then I do have a portable unit there, but it takes about an hour or 2 to cool the room down, and it was miserable hours, heart palpitations and chest pains and stuff. So I'm being a baby, but it's getting fixed. I should have it before the holiday weekend, which is nice. So Terry, you were waiting for the you're older than me. You're older than I am. And Madeline, hello again, Madeline. So I am getting my air conditioning, and I had to get a little nasty to make it happen, just because I understand the weather was bad and everybody was wanting their air conditioning to be fixed, but I'd already paid for mine. and it's a health issue. So they're here now. And if you hear noises, they're taking out parts, putting in parts. They're in the basement and outside. So yay for air conditioning, 2 thumbs up. I do have a portable air conditioner in my sewing room, and that's why I've been getting so much sewing done. Today is not very hot. It's in the low 80s. But the humidity is really high. So I just have the dehumidifier on so I can breathe. Because anyway, life, why is silliness? Let's see. Not being a baby, it's a necessity for you. Yeah, I don't know. Breathing is overrated. Um, let's see. Terry, I'm the best little sister. I know. Just ask my older sister, my actual older sister as well. She may or may not agree. Although I do go to her house and take care of her puppy dog in her house and our mom when she goes on vacation, which is a lot because she's retired. So happy to do that for my sister. Glad I'm getting results. I am. I'm getting results. I'm getting a brand new air conditioner. It was a plethora of problems, and it all wound down to it's a bum unit. So, Terry, I'm a quilter too, and so skilled. Are you laying on a little thick this week, Terry? Just a little? Madeline, my grandbaby's so adorable. He fits right here. And it's hard for me that I'm going to be gone for a month. He's going to be like twice as old when I get back. But I expect pictures every day. And you only saw the back of his head, and that's all you'll ever see. I will not have any more pictures of my grandson. You just got the one of him laying on my chest because he fits really nicely right here. And the girls are hilarious with him. They're like, but we sit up. And I'm like, I'm not worried about him falling off. I've got bumpers. He lays right here, and I can lean back on the couch, and he's well contained. I'm a nice pillow with baby bumpers on the side and my arms under his bum, and he's just perfect. 91 in Central Texas. Sorry about that, Terry, but you moved. You used to live here. Although it was hotter here than it was there last week, so you're paying for it this week. Gina, you saw a pic of that baby, and he's precious for sure. He is. Yeah. My son and his family, there's no online whatsoever. Um, my my daughter's family has said, I could take one picture, just not his face. So that was it. But doesn't mean I can't talk about him. Or if you take a class from me in person, you might get to see video. But it's nothing I can put online, and that's safety and it's respect for my kids. Maximum baby holding skills. Yeah. My favorite baby stage is birth to 4 months when it was just me and my babies. I was like, oh, and I'm sad I only had two. And I had my last baby at 21. I could have had a whole bunch more. It just didn't really work out that way. So, get that sway going. And I haven't seen him since last Wednesday. So he's going to be twice as old again because I saw him at like 4 days and at 12 days, and now it's going to be like, oh my word, he's nearly driving a car now. So that's the baby stuff. Okay, more quilting. Let's see what else I have here. Things I've been doing. No, where did it go? Why does it keep going away? Hold on. Oh, there it is. Is it here? You gonna show me? No. Let's try this again. I'm so sorry. The computer program's being silly. The one that lets me share all this stuff. It's just the sharing screen that's a problem. Okay, I have this. All right, let's see what's coming up next. I even got the pictures together ahead of time this time. There we go. So I have been quilting a lot. I got a new sewing machine, and I told some of you about it. This is the Handy Quilter Stitch 310. And Handy Quilter, I have a 210, 310, 510, 610, 710, I think. Yes. So I have 5 Handy Quilter home machines now, because why not? But Handy Quilter had the 210 was a nice little travel machine. The 510 is a high-speed straight stitch machine, and the 710 was a nicely featured machine. Well, I replaced well, I added two with the 610, which was their new version of the nicely featured machine. And then the 310, I'm like, I already have a travel machine. It works great. Why do I need another? And then I saw it a couple weeks ago and in person because I haven't traveled much. And I'm like, okay, I totally need that. And it comes with an extended base. And I quilted up some stuff on it, like machine quilting on this little machine. And I'm going to be teaching classes on how to quilt on this little machine. So I'm very excited. It worked great. And I have the even littler machine, but it doesn't have the extended base. You have to buy that separately. This just has a hard case. The price was just insane. Like, how could I not buy it? Um, and if you're looking for a first sewing machine for somebody, this is a great one at a great price. I make nothing off of it, but I'm just was blown away and had to go buy it. Okay, so here is me on my Handy Quilter 610. This is the quilt that had 1,080 squares on it, so you'll be getting video on that later. My sister stole that quilt. This quilt is a shop sample for Bits and Pieces in New Hampshire, where I'll be teaching that class. So that's back at their place now. And then this is what I'm working on right now. This is Primitive Gatherings fabric from Moda. It's called Garden Gatherings. I previously made a quilt out of it that was like purple and red and pink and stuff. My sister claimed that one because I had this great big tower of fabric and I pulled out 16 fat eighths to make one cutie quilt. And now I pulled out 16 different fat eighths to make this one, and it has a totally different feel to it. And I'm custom quilting this one and loving it. So this video should be out next week because I should finish quilting the quilt today or tomorrow. Depends on how much interaction I'm needed downstairs and with air conditioning and all. So let me stop that. Let's see. Susan, does Liz have the machine? You bet. Let me grab the machine here. I'm going to pull it up for you. Hold on a second. Handy quilter, machines, sewing machines. There we go. So let me share this with you. This one. Okay. So this is the cost of the machine, which I think is fantastic. This is the full price of the machine. You can this is through Handy Quilter itself, but call your local retailer to see if they have it and what they're selling it for. So the machine is a solid but portable, and the lid's right behind me, like it's right behind my chair, with a versatile stitch collection that will see you through most sewing tasks. This little go-getter includes a selection of accessory feet that allow you to take on quilting, fashion, or craft sewing. If you want to do machine quilting, the machine quilting foot is extra. So here is the machine. Here, there it is with the extended bed that comes with it. And there it is with the case that comes with it. Thread cutter, needle threader, rotary hook, 50 stitches, 3-step buttonholes, manual thread tension, snap-on feet, free arm, 7-stitch hardcover, accessory kit with 8 feet included. So let me stop sharing that and come back and see you. Okay, hello. So yeah, so Liz for sure has that machine at Bits and Pieces. And some Handy Quilter retailers carry the stitch machine, some don't, but call them. I know people at church all the time, because I either see quilting people or church people, and people at church all the time either have me sewing for them or ask me about sewing machine stuff. Like, I need to buy a first sewing machine. What should I do? And it's been getting hard because prices have been going crazy on machines. And I used to, before Handy Quilter had stitch machines, recommend a Janome machine. But now all Janome machines are over $2,000 that are made for quilt shops, not the ones that are made for online big box, just a good, durable, lifelong machine. And I saw this one and I had to buy it. So I have it here, and I wanted to like on a little travel machine. I don't recommend machine quilting. I mean, you can, but I wanted to show that you could on this one. So I'll be teaching on this machine at Bits and Pieces in August. See, Patty. Hi, Patty. Hopefully you're getting some nice summer weather instead of the hot, sweltering, stormy, oh my word, is it raining every day sort of stuff. Terry, is that ribbon candy on the Primitive Gatherings quilt, or am I riffing on Am I riffing on ribbon candy? Well, let's find out. Let me go back to it. Is it going to let me go back to it? Yes. Okay, so it is ribbon candy. Let me make it really big. So here's the pattern, and I hopefully that blows up for you. So that is the block, and instead of putting ribbon candy just in the brown strip here, I made a curve here to put my feathers on, and I took the ribbon candy outside of that strip. So yeah, it is ribbon candy, and then it's feathers on the outside. And I made the curve with a ruler. You can see I have a ruler foot on my machine there. So let me come back and see you. Hello. So yes, ribbon candy. It's legit ribbon candy. It's just in a weird shape because I can. I want to put a cutie quilt video out on YouTube every month, and this one is really custom quilted, but I don't know if people want to see, like, how do you achieve this high custom, this heavy custom as opposed to simple quilting. And I think I asked y'all last time, do you want to see simple quilting or aspirational quilting? So I just wanted to show you step by step what the custom quilting on this quilt is, because I love the quilting on it. It's done block by block. It's done in that brown thread through the whole quilt. I think it's called Beige from Wonderfill. It'll be listed in the video footage next week. It'll be listed on the YouTube video. But I'm just enjoying it. And I'm listening to Game of Thrones. I think I have 18 hours left. So, I'm listening. I'm like, ooh, are we going back to Westeros? What's happening? Are we going to the Seven Kingdoms? But I get a lot of quilting done that way. Let's see. Hello in Kissimmee, Florida. It's good to see you. Happy summer. And Terry, that's really clever. Oh, I know. Now, I just love ribbon candy on everything. And I like the way it looked there. Could have done a couple other things, and I'm already thinking, well, on the next quilt, I'll do this other thing. But for now, that's what I'm doing. So that is what I have. Oh, more comments. Sandal, hi, you like seeing aspirational quilting? I was wondering if people want to see, like, oh, I look at it, but what's really involved in doing it. So I just figured I'd show what I'm quilting, because I've got all the lights. I don't know if you can see in my glasses the reflection. I've got my filming lights all over. I just have them turned toward here instead of the machine over there for this video. I'm set up here to do filming, so and the video camera sits right over my shoulder, and I could just turn it off and on. Just if you're curious, it might be something you never want to do, but you might go, is it really that hard, or what are the secrets to it? So this month's cutie quilt is going to be custom. Next month's cutie quilt, which I'm also hoping to get filmed before I leave town, because I don't get back till the middle of August, that one will be simpler quilting. So I try to do a variety. So yeah, I will be home again next week. And then after that, you'll get to see me from my sister's kitchen, or you'll get to see me from Primitive Gatherings, because while I'm in the Midwest, I have a week with my mom, and then I'm going to have a week at Primitive Gatherings retreat just as a student, just because I'm a fan of all things Primitive Gathering, because it's a tough drive from where I live in New York, near New York City, to Wisconsin. But when you start 400 and some miles into the trip, it takes a day's drive off of it. So I'll be out there, and then I'll spend another week where you'll see me from my sister's kitchen, and then I'll be here. So that is what I have going on, but I'm hustling, getting a lot of content out so that I won't leave you hanging. And if I do leave you hanging, I'll be forgiven, because I can only get done what I can get done. And the silver lining to anything, when it's really, really hot and the only room that has air conditioning in it is the one that you sew in, you get a lot of sewing done. So life is beautiful. So that is what I have going on this week. I hope you're all loving life, what you're doing. Let me see. Did someone? No. Oh, they're just reminding me that there are to-go bags at the bagel shop if I want to go in at the end of the day. Does anyone get texts like that? Like, I think the app is called Too Good to Go. So that's what's going on. So I will be quilting today. I will be quilting tomorrow. We have a 3-day holiday weekend. Then there'll be Monday, and I'll be back here again Tuesday. Look for updates of what I'm doing in Debbie Brown's machine quilting studio. That's where you can go to ask your machine quilting questions and see what I'm doing in real time. Like some of the quilts that I post pictures of on there may not, the content may not go online for another month or two, but you get to see it in real time what I'm doing. And you'll see other things on Instagram. I've got some more content coming. So Terry Lucas, ladies and gentlemen, is an expert speller. She needs a good bagel. Oh wait, she needs a bagel. And now she acknowledges that she can't type. So if anyone thinks I'm making too much fun of Terry, we talk to each other every day. It's okay. So happy quilting, everyone. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your weekend. Stay cool if you're here in the Northern Hemisphere. Stay warm if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. And until I see you next week on Tuesday at 2:30, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and happy quilting. Bye.